At the FBI's field office in Atlanta, Georgia, I spoke with Supervisory Special Agent Keith Cabral about the Bureau's role in protecting the integrity of our elections. Well, if the answer is yes, you can find everything you need right here in Athens. And according to experts, using social media to find new trends is popular. In the final stretch of the runoff season, Dogs for Warnock brought Senator John Ossoff and Senator Raphael Warnock to the Zell B. Miller Learning Center on UGA's campus.
Jenna, what's going on over there? What's the update for us?
Thanks, Sydney. A few moments ago, I walked out into the crowd and spoke to a few of the attendees. Everyone's watching live coverage of the election results, and screams of joy and anxiety can be heard ringing out from behind me. I spoke with one woman who was still wearing her I voted sticker. She's an Athens Clarke County resident, and she said her experience voting on election day was easy, and she was happy she could make her vote count. When I asked her about the neck-and-neck race between Herschel Walker and Raphael Warnock, she said she was sad it was even still so close.
Political campaigns may be the most visible part of an election cycle, but behind the scenes, a team of election officials in Athens Clarke County have spent months preparing for Election Day. Charlotte Sosby, the Director of Elections and Voter Registration, is involved in every step of the preparation process.
Customer service and perfection has always been something that grounded me.
For Elections Assistant Lisa McGlon, Election Day is the culmination of many months of hard work.
Now I think of it as running 24 pop-up stores on Election Day.
McGlon tests and prepares the voting equipment and also helps hire and train poll workers.
Does it mean they have to fill out a new form?
Elections clerk Renee Russo leads some of the poll worker trainings.
Step through here.
According to Russo, the elections office has emergency procedures in the event of a threat to a poll worker.
Calm voters down if somebody's coming in and they're, trying to stir the pot, have some problem that they want to, air.
The Department of Justice launched the Election Threats Task Force last year to address the increase in threats to election workers since 2020. At the FBI's field office in Atlanta, Georgia, I spoke with Supervisory Special Agent Keith Cabral.
If someone's working at a polling place and someone threatens them in some way, the FBI takes that very seriously. So one of our top priorities is election integrity and being able to provide that confidence to the American people.
An increase in threats isn't the only thing election officials have had to adjust to. In 2021, the Georgia legislature passed Senate Bill 202, or the Election Integrity Act, which changed many procedural aspects of the election process.
Sometimes it felt to me like the regulations in SB 202 were a reaction to election denial claims.
Preparing for the midterm elections is not an easy task. Nevertheless, in Athens Clarke County, the Elections Office has continued to work for their community members and protect the integrity of the election system.
When I run an election, I'm not thinking about the different candidates on the ballot. I'm thinking about, did I help to run the election in the best way possible so that my neighbors and my friends and my community members can go and vote and trust that their vote was handled correctly.
Jenna Monnin, Grady Newsource.
Do you want your next outfit to rival even the best Instagram fashion accounts? To be one of the first to have the newest trends?
Well, if the answer is yes, you can find everything you need right here in Athens.
Katie Jacobs owns Cheeky Peach, a boutique in downtown Athens. And she says runways are just one of the many ways she stays on top of new trends.
I think runway has almost become like, what is the thing that everyone's going to report on and put on Instagram because it's so bizarre, and that's not necessarily what anyone's buying. I think there are so many trends that hit. I can think of like puffer jackets, vesting, menswear. Oh my gosh.
And according to experts, using social media to find new trends is popular. University of Georgia professor Yu Kyung-seok says social media has become one of the main ways shoppers stay in touch with fashion.
They use different platforms to see the trend, in addition to the magazines and other one-man shows published in or showcased in YouTube and other media.
Seok explains that you can't boil fashion and new trends down to just a couple of weeks.
We can interpret the fashion trend, not just a single fashion week does entail everything.
Caroline Salmon is the president of the Fashion Design Student Association at the University of Georgia. She introduced us to one of the main ways she stays in touch with current trends, celebrity fashion.
Fashion weeks, I think of more like people that are like really interested in fashion, who are like, that's like their thing. But I think celebrity fashion is like more accessible for people, so maybe they feel like they can like emulate it.
And if you're looking for advice on what trends to fill your closet with this season, don't stress.
I mean, everything 90s is just so hot, and I think will continue to be hot.
Celia Lovell
and Jenna Monnin, Grady Newsource.